morning, Jennifer. How are you?
Hi, good morning. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can. It's very lovely to meet you. I
Yes,
am assuming you are Veronica's daughter.
I am. I'm sorry, my voice is partly gone, but yes, I am.
Yeah, the people in your house have been unwell this week.
I'm sorry.
Has your family been unwell? Your children are sick?
Yes. My sister and her newborn, they're sick.
Ah, Jada.
Jada. Hmm.
Yes, okay. I haven't had the pleasure of meeting her yet either. I'm really excited that you're here today. Um, just because we've talked a little bit in Messenger, but we haven't really met each other. So thank you so much for being
Correct.
here.
Yes, glad to be here.
So this call is very kind of relaxed. The conversation can get intense at times in that, the invitation is bring your problems to the call and let's work together as a group to solve them. So sometimes people are emotional and sometimes there's some deep learning going on, and sometimes it's really relaxed and free. And it is also a kind of like an open house. So we realize that through the different time zones, it's hard for everybody to just show up right when it's starting. So we just leave it open to come when you can, and we'll work on your solutions while you're here. And as other people come in, I'll introduce them and welcome them and just continue on.
Wonderful, wonderful. And I think Veronica's trying to get in, and Jada should be following right behind.
Neither of them is in the waiting room yet.
Really?
But
Okay.
what we will do is what we start out with everybody for the first hour or so as people enter, we ask for celebrations. So a celebration is anything. It doesn't have to be only in work. It could be at home. It could be personally, emotionally, just something to celebrate the week. So would you have one to share? Would you like me to ask Peter to go first so you can see how it goes?
Sure, sure.
Peter, can you tell us your celebration for the week?
Good morning. Uh, my celebration for the week. Uh, we went out the other night for a really nice dinner with some friends and great conversation. And the only downfall was that we didn't get finished till about 12:30 at night. And next thing you know, we're looking at our phones going, "Oh my goodness, we got to go to bed. Like this is ridiculous." So it was amazing. We had such a good time. Yeah, it was good. And even the last one, some people might think, "Oh my goodness, really?" But we usually take Fridays and Saturdays off, and we actually ended up working all day Friday. But we got so much accomplished that I said to Carrie, I said, I still felt like I still had a day off and kind of did stuff that I wanted to do. So I think that was another positive. We got a lot of things sorted out, and yeah, just it was good. It was good. It makes me feel really ready and geared up for Monday morning. Um, so yeah, there you go. There's my goods.
Great celebration, Peter. Yeah, it's very strange for us to be out till 12:30 at night. We couldn't believe it because we actually go to bed at like 9:30. We are, and we get up at 5 in the morning. So yesterday we were pretty tired. I actually had a midday nap, which is very unusual as well. But we were we went over just to have a dinner. They said we were supposed to spend the day with this couple, and it's actually my nephew and his wife. And I said, I can't. We just had some stuff blow up in our online business. We have to be here for this. And they said, no problem. Let us make you supper. So we got there at 6, and the cabbie asked us, what time do you think you'll be done? And I said, well, probably no later than 9 or 10 because I'll be asleep if we wait any later. And the next thing, I took out my phone to check it, and it was 11:11, which, synchronicity right there. And I was like, oh my goodness, we got to go home and get into bed. Thankfully, the next day was a day off. So it was all right. Sort of. We got tattoos yesterday, my mother-in-law and I. So yeah, it was pretty cool. Yeah, that's my celebration. I guess I'll just go right into it. Seeing as I already brought it up. I am celebrating 8 years sober in November. So on November 10th. And for the 8 years, well, since the day I left treatment, I went to a 28-day treatment program. That's how I finally really took the reins back on my life. I had said that I wanted to get a tattoo of a lotus because a lotus grows out of the mud. And that's how I feel about my life. You know, I had childhood trauma, alcoholism. I just feel like, and I'm flowering now in my 40s and soon into my 50s, that I feel that's how I really honestly feel like my life is like a lotus flower. So when we got here to Mexico, I've been searching for years for somebody to do my tattoo. And when we got to Mexico, I finally found somebody that I felt really comfortable with, who was reputable. And I just booked the appointment. My mother-in-law came along and got one as well, her first tattoo, 67 years old. And yes, I'm an influencer in my own house. And so I'm really excited that I got it. I'll see if I can show you here. Let's see, trying to get it there. You can't really see it, but if you go on my
Super
Facebook,
cute.
I don't know how to make it show up. Really, really happy with it. It was painful as all heck, and it's going to be a long time before I get another. But the whole time that I was laying there in pain, what I was doing was manifesting and and showing gratitude. So I was laying there and during the breathe in, breathe out, and I was saying, thank you so much. Like I get emotional now. There were a few moments where I had tears coming, but it wasn't pain, it was gratitude. Just thanking the universe for bringing me to where I am now and offering me my future. And, you know, everything in my life right now is magical. It's not that it's not a struggle, because like you, I am also building a business. I'm just building my online business instead of my cleaning business now. And anything worth having is a struggle. That's just the truth of it. So just being so grateful for my struggles and for the steps forward that I'm taking and for the excitement of the future. It was really a great moment for me, our 2 hours. It was 2 hours of pain. It was worth it. So that's my celebration. I just stole the stage there. And I'll come over to you now, Jennifer, and ask you if you'd like to share your celebration.
Yes. So I just got back from Jamaica. Can't remember the day. I think Tuesday. All my days are running in together. I just celebrated my 32nd birthday, as well as I just finished my master's. So, and I was just accepted I would say as of Monday morning, I was accepted into my doctoral program. So I am moving and grooving, and I'm a busybody. So
Congrats.
this was like the first time I ever took off my job, took leave, know what leave is. No, I know what leave is, but I never get to exercise it. So this was really nice just to kind of take some time away for self. I don't do that too often. I'm already moving into the next thing, but that's just the way I work. So yeah, those are my celebrations.
That is absolutely amazing. Congratulations for everything. It's surprising how all of these dreams all sort of culminate into one time zone in your life. You're like, why? Why did this all happen at the same time? It's because it should. That's the only answer. It just should. I'm so happy for you. And you and
Thank
Jada, I'm
you.
so glad to have the two of you here because the way that your mom speaks of you, I have already a sense of pride for who you are as people just from what your mom has told me. So I'm so grateful you're here.
Thank you so much. Glad to be here.
You're welcome. And now I'm going to come down to Donna, who is my counterpart here in Mexico. We're working together one-on-one, face-to-face. Good morning. How are you?
Good morning. I'm good. I slept well actually. And yeah, the last conversation we had last night was, I don't know if, well, I think it's normal. Like, you know what you have to do, but sometimes you just need to have someone to confirm you. I think I need to do my progress on more like believing on myself, like trusting my gut, really. So I was like, I can sleep better now because I want to build this cleaning company, and with your help and with you beside me, I'm very sure that this will end up in a good way. You know, it's just sometimes when you're too overwhelmed with everything, there's a lot of opportunities popping up. You know, you just have to prioritize. And I do struggle with how do you say that? Organizing, organizing your day. You know, this is a struggle for me, but at some point I just have to decide. And so I'm grateful to be here and to meet you all, especially you, Carrie, and your husband. It's like, yeah, like you said, like the universe gets us all together at once, and everything changed, everything happened for a reason. And of course, I'm very grateful with my family, especially for my husband, because he's my number one supporter, even though sometimes he's can be very annoying because he's really like a motivator for me. He motivates me crazy. He believes on me more than I believe in myself. Like I can do incredible things, which is crazy, you know. And yeah, my kids, like they are my life. That's why I'm here, and that's my win. Like
Mhm.
yeah.
I'm so happy for you. You know, I'm just going to enlighten the group a little bit about what happened yesterday. And that was that another opportunity came your way, and you're like, what do I do? What do I do? And you know what? I actually have to celebrate as well, because my my thing is that I always empathize with my clients in where they're at, where they are now. And sometimes it's hard for me to conjure the strength, and you wouldn't see that because I don't let you know what's happening for me. But I'm like, okay, I really have to break this down and figure out the best advice to give based on who you are, not based on who I am and what I want for you. And so, and what I want for every one of you is for you to have this amazing, successful cleaning business that you're proud of, that I want all the success in the world for you. And so when you told me about your dilemma last night about this opportunity that would kind of bring you quick cash, when, you know, it's no, everybody is here because we're struggling in some way. Some people are struggling with time, and some people are struggling with money, and some people are struggling with both. So I want you to have the quick cash, but when I started thinking it through, I was like, but this is a distraction sent to test you. And I really believe that. I believe that the universe sends us distractions to test us, to find out if we are really cut out to stay the course. And then I started to realize that the advice to give you is very simple, and that was decide. And you'll hear me say that a lot. All you have to do is decide. You just need to make a decision here. The decision for you was, do you want quick cash or do you want to build your legacy? And then what I really,
Definitely, yeah. Mm-hmm.
yeah.
Build
what I
my
really had,
legacy.
yeah, and that's what I want for you too. And that's where I wanted to lead you, but I wanted to lead you there because it was the best thing for you, not because of what I want. So it was really a great learning experience for me to realize that sometimes I do have to do the cut and dry. I wouldn't do that if I was you. I always try to let my clients make their own decisions based on the best advice I can give them. But in this case, I said, if you want to build a legacy, you have to say no to that. And if you want quick cash, you have to say no to this. And sometimes it's hard for me, guys, I have to admit. But
Yeah,
I'm
but
glad.
yeah, like I told you, I know what to do. It's just that I just need someone who's really like tell me, okay, Dana, this is it. Not no other ways, you know.
Yeah. And ironically enough, that meeting that dinner that we went to on Friday night solidified for me the amount of business that's here in Playa del Carmen, and how many people need a cleaning business that understands the deep down thorough cleaning processes, because Westerners are staying here in these Airbnbs, and they have a higher standard than the standard that locals understand. So this was solidified in that the people that we went for dinner with have been talking to other people in Playa del Carmen about us. These are project managers, developers of construction. There's a major housing construction going on here, and other vacation rental owners. And they just all can't wait to meet us, you and I, because
Wow,
they're
that's so
excited
cool.
about this
Yeah.
business. So I was like, oh, thank goodness I went to that to that dinner Friday night, because I feel very confident in telling you that this business is going to take off. In fact, I said to Peter last night, I said, oh no, if Donna decides not, she doesn't want to do this, we have to get our residency because we have to open a cleaning business. So yeah, so I have all the faith in the world. That's something to celebrate. I went and did the market research. And
Yes.
it's really great. Thank you so
Yeah,
much,
me too.
Donna. I'm so happy. I'm
Thank
happy.
you.
Jada, there you are, Jada. Thank you so much for being here this morning. There's a few new people in here, so I'm going to say it again as the new ones pop in, that this is kind of an open house for the first hour. As people pop in, we'll ask for celebrations. And once everybody has got their celebrations out, then we come to you and ask you for the solutions you're looking for. I always invite you, if you're somebody who has to get to a church service or has something else going on, in the chat, just say, hey, Carrie, I got a quick question. I need some help before I have to run. Otherwise, we just sort of go through it as people pop in, get to each person. And first, the celebrations to get us to know each other a little, and then we're going to dive into problems. So Jada, can you tell us your celebration for the week?
Well, I feel like I have a few celebrations. Well, I just had a baby. I'm actually feeding him right now. So he hit 3 months last week. And that's a huge thing for me because he just has not been doing too well lately. And just pregnancy and birth all together was a very tough experience for me. So I'm very grateful to know, like, every milestone, every day, I'm just very happy that he's doing well, he's prospering, he's growing, he's healthy. I also got myself back in school. So that's a really big deal for me as well, because I took a long break, and most people, or I guess typically, when you have a kid, you take a break from all those things, but I really pushed myself, like, you have to do it. It's going to be hard at first, but it's possible. It can be done. And then I also started a new job. So,
Wow.
yeah, so my plate's full, but I'm trying to figure out how I can kind of finagle my way through it, because I know it can be done. So
That's very exciting. You've got just like your sister and your mom, you've got a lot of stuff coming at you all at once. And it seems like your family is very strong in handling this stuff. So, the universe will only give you what you can handle. And it sounds like you're handling it well. So congratulations. I'm really excited because I think that you, Jennifer, and Veronica are all meeting me after in our strategy session after this. So it's going to be a great day. Really excited about that.
definitely.
Thanks for sharing all of this, and congratulations on the birth of your baby. Is it a
Thank
boy
you.
or a girl? And what is his or her name?
Oh, so he's a boy. This is Messiah. He might get a little fussy.
Oh, geez, he's so, look, he's like, who are all these people staring at me? Hello, little Messiah. Oh, you're so lucky, Veronica. Grandbabies. I get beef with grandbabies. Thank you so much for sharing. We're going to come down to Brian. Brian, are you able to speak with us? Or are you busy driving or? Maybe. I think the connection is just really bad right now with Brian. Can everybody hear that, or is it just me? You can hear it?
It's muffled.
That's what I thought too. It's funny because it says that he's still muted, yet it's coming through.
It's
So
great
Brian,
to be
we
a
are
part of a group that
Oh,
Yeah, because I'm in a country. I'm in a country. Yeah, I'm in a country part of Virginia, and
Oh, darn. Maybe, I'm sorry,
a
Brian,
lot
we're
of
unable to hear you.
trees.
Yes, lots of trees. Yeah, when you get stable, maybe just chime in and
Yeah,
we'll get to know you a little. All right, coming over to Carol. Carol, are you able to share with us? Carol has been so busy this week. She may be at work. I can't remember if she said that she would be at work on Sunday and just chiming in. I saw her come on for a second.
yeah. So did I.
Carol, when you're ready to talk, just unmute and let me know and we'll come to you. Carol had a really great, well, I don't know if she had a really great week, but to me, it was a great opportunity week because she took the week off work and oh, she got a couple of new contracts. There she is. Looking beautiful. I love your hair.
Thank you. Hi,
You're
everybody.
welcome.
Hope everyone had a good week. Yeah, it's a slow start to the morning, but it's a beautiful day. Here in Montreal,
Well,
it's nice and the sun is out. I'm in sleeveless, short sleeve rather. At this time of the year, we start wearing hoodie, and I'm not wearing one, so that's great.
yes.
So it was a good week. Sorry I'm in late. I'm just having a little bit of internet issue this morning, but it's all good. I took the week off. I decided I was gonna focus on my cleaning business, and that's what I did. And out of it, I got to network. I got to drop off a bunch of flyers in an area that I was on a trial run with a client. She loved us, and eventually she signed us. So she signed the contract.
Congratulations.
Thank you. The only issue is it's an on-call, so I can't really say how much what the revenue will be like, but it's a good step. So what I did work in that geographical location to other companies with a similar scenario where there are these luxury condos, however, they set aside a few to rent as short-term rentals. So we'll be taking care of that. They love the fact that we took care of their gym. She was so happy. Couldn't believe it. And so I'm happy for that contract. What
We're
else?
happy.
Yeah,
We're happy
so
for you.
thank you. I appreciate it. And this person I know, I had reached out to her, and she's actually an insurance agent, but I had I had helped her out with something in some stuff in this summer, and I know it was God talking to me. I called her up and I was like, "Hey, people, I have this going on, blah blah blah." So she was like, "Carol, I can't talk to you right now, but I'll call you back." Within 5 minutes, she called me. So her mom needed a clean. She used to use a cleaning person, but that person is no longer available. She got ill, so she was looking for someone else. And I only reached out to her because her family owns this popular bakery, and I wanted the business from the bakery. However, I went and we did yesterday. We did the carpet cleaning for her. And she loved it. She was happy because her daughter said to me, "Carol, my mom is very picky, so and she's 74 years old. She's very picky." So I said, "Okay." So at first I messed up because I missed my first appointment with her.
Oh,
So I had to put on my big girl, you know what, and I called her up. I said, "Listen, I messed up. I'd love to come see you, work with you." Anyway, she booked me. And you could see that skeptical look on her face. You know how some people, So I went with my professional self, and yeah. So this morning, so we left there. The carpets aren't as dry as I was hoping because whatever. The girl that I took with me, she caused the flood. But anyway, I left my
Oh
dryer.
gosh.
Yeah. I left my dryer there and she understood, you know. And the fun thing was, she said when she first came to Canada to clean houses.
Oh, we can't hear you.
I didn't do anything.
Oh, there, that's better.
So the good thing about it is she said to me, "No, came to Canada."
No, we can't hear you. I think you're actually too close to the mic. Now talk.
Abracadabra.
That's better. Hey, tell us what the good thing is.
So the lady, she was a cleaner when she just came to Canada. So she understood a lot of things, you know, the protocol, the you know, what we go through as cleaners. So she was quite understanding. And so this morning I called her back to see how it's going because I left my carpet dryer with her to dry the carpets. Yeah, she had a lot, you know. So she was like, "Oh, Carol, I'm so happy you called to follow up, blah, blah, blah." And I can't
Yes.
wait for you to come back. I was like, "Yes, lady, yes."
Yay! The beauty is in the follow-up, isn't it?
Oh, yeah. It's like, it was something. And she gave us a tip. I don't get
Gave you a
that.
tip?
Yay! So that was
He was
amazing.
really happy.
Yeah, she's really happy. She stayed herself in one room and she was like, "You did this too, and you did this," and she was like really amazed at what we did. So I'm super happy and excited for her and for
So
I have an appointment tomorrow to go visit another dance studio. And guys, go high level. The dance studio that I'm going to look at tomorrow is through that. The condo building that I signed this week is through that. And there are a few more that and the restaurant I'm working at is through that. So yes, I know some of us are probably skeptical about go high level, but work on it. And you know, if the client responds to your email, especially if you see an email come into your inbox and it's from the client responded, whether positive or negative, just reach out to them. And sometimes you can turn that negative into a positive or just start opening a dialogue. You never know. But don't just not respond. I'm encouraging everyone to keep their eyes on their go high level emails. And it comes back to you.
That's a really great piece of advice because you're right. Like my rule of thumb is never let the client have the last word. So if they respond and say, "We are happy with our cleaners," the response to that would be, "Thank you so much for replying. I really appreciate that. If you know of anybody looking for cleaners, we would love for you to pass our name on." And if they say, you know, "Go F yourself," respond and say, you know, "I'm really sorry I bothered you. Would you like me to put you on my do not disturb list?" Sometimes they're just having a really bad day and they think sometimes when they say something that negative, they think it's a robot. So when you respond with humanity and kindness, they may, you know, say, "You know what, I'm so sorry I treated you that way. I just assumed it was spam." Or like, the truth is you may not want to work with them, but still the response and the positive attitude may be reflected. They might go and complain to a coworker, "You know, I got this, I talked to this cleaning company, emailed me, I responded, told them to F off, and they responded and told me to have a nice day." Well, still your name is getting passed around and the coworker might think, "Well, you're kind of a jerk. Maybe I'm going to give them my business just to make up for you being a jerk." Like the networking can happen without you. Just never let them have the last word. If you do get those negative responses and you don't feel like you want to even deal with them, then just put them on the do not disturb list. But yeah, never let the client have the last say, ever, ever, ever. Even when they just simply say, "Thank you, you're welcome, have a nice day, you too." Sometimes it happens at my cleaning business with our virtual assistant that she forgets to respond. So a client, they'll be having this communication all day and then the client will say, "Thanks so much for helping me," and then nothing's said. And I'm like, "Stop it. Tell them they're welcome." Let them know that you'll always be there, that they never, ever are going to be left hanging. So, yeah. Go high level though. There was a time, Carol, for you that you thought it wasn't going to work, right?
No, I was just really happy to be getting the contacts because at least I have phone numbers, I have company names, and I could see where what was going and who was getting what. So because I have that sales background, I can just getting the contacts is enough. Even just the phone number and the name of the company was enough for me because I will go on LinkedIn and find out who, at least one name, I don't care who, and use that as because whenever I get a name and I call, the receptionist answers. As long as you have that name, they will be happy to pull you through, or most times they'll just push you through. But if you don't have a name, then they become this major doorkeeper, and it becomes challenging to get around to some of them. While some of them are actually the persons who take care of the decision making with regards to the cleaning, for example, because they might be the admin, whatever. It's just like many roles are condensed into one person. So,
what you do is, when you go on LinkedIn, you search the company and just look for.
So I'll put in the name of the company and I'll ask project manager and I'll put in the name of the company or owner of whatever the name of the company or whatever it is you're looking for. And
then when you reach,
most of the times people are on LinkedIn. Most companies, people are on LinkedIn. Some people are not. Some people are. Most companies have people on LinkedIn now. So you just use that person. When you call, you just ask for that person. If you get to speak with that person, great. If you don't, leave them a voicemail. Don't tell them everything because they might not want to call you back, but you keep calling. And maybe next time you say, hey, my name is so-and-so. I left a message for so-and-so. I haven't heard back. Would you be so kind to pass on the message that I really would love to speak with him, blah, blah, blah. Because sometimes the email in Go High Level goes to someone else. And that person might just delete it. But if you go on LinkedIn and you find someone, then that might help. Because sometimes it's like, for example, and I'll give you a name, P. Brown, for example. But P. Brown is not on LinkedIn. Or P. Brown, you can't call a company and say, may I speak with P. Brown? You don't know if it's a male or a female, so it would sound silly if it's a male and it's you ask for a male. Anyway, whatever, you get the concept. So
if you ask for Mr. Brown and it's really Mrs. Brown,
you sound like you don't know what you're talking about. So it's good if you go on LinkedIn, find out what the name is, and don't ask for Miss So just say, may I speak with Paulette Brown instead of Miss Paulette Brown, because these days what's going on in society, just use the name.
That's great advice. You know, we're developing our next level program now after the CEO Masterplan program. And one of the things that we're doing for that is we're going to have a virtual assistant assigned to each client that will do cold calling, social media marketing, organic outreach. And I think we will include this LinkedIn strategy of yours because it's a great strategy. It makes perfect sense. And I think what people should really take away from this is those leads lists that you're getting into your Go High Level are more than just simply a list sitting there, emails going out. You can use these lists to follow up, connect, and develop relationships. You know, I think that so many people don't understand that, and I don't think it's because they can't understand it. I think that at this stage in the great game, people just have so many things they're focusing on that it kind of goes over their head. And so I'm wanting to create more training on what exactly to do with those leads lists so that people will start to utilize them more. and understand the value of Go High Level at the $97 a month. It's more than just an automated email. You can automate to LinkedIn, Facebook, and all those things. And the reason I don't suggest that is because I have noticed, because that's how I used to do my business for the online program. People are sick of automations. People are tired of bots. They want to hear from you. So this is why I haven't been heavy on this Go High Level automation to these different platforms, especially LinkedIn. LinkedIn is so super sensitive. You can so easily get yourself blocked or kicked out of LinkedIn. That like they are watching for bots. So I don't like to do automations to LinkedIn. Your strategy is like fabulous. You just learn more about the company. You're finding out who the people are. If Sylvia doesn't answer your call or you can't get Sylvia, you could try Ronald. You know, they're both in the same business until you find somebody that will give you the time of day and the information you need, which is who is in charge of hiring the cleaner. You're a genius, Karen.
Something I did this week too that I'd like to share. In that same area that I saw a nice home for sale. Sorry, I'm talking with food in my mouth. So I took a picture of the ad with the real estate agent's information, and I researched the company, but the company is in someplace in Europe. It's a German company. So what I did was I called the local number of the real estate agent. She didn't pick up, so and real estate agents don't want to miss anything, right? So they're very likely either one gonna call you back or two, they're gonna text you. So she texted me, and I called her back, so she didn't pick up. So I left her a voicemail, and then eventually we spoke. I said, listen, this is what I do. I see that this is what you do, but I know you must have clients who, before they put their house on the market, they would like to have it cleaned and put up to date so you can have pictures so that they can put it on the market. Is this something you come across quite a bit? I'd love to work with you. I'm willing to offer you a commission or a referral fee or whatever. And sure enough, she connected me with a contractor.
Wow.
So I'm anticipating talking with him this week. So that's another strategy that I'm sharing.
That's an amazing strategy. And to me, what strikes me is that a lot of people would have given up when they found out that it was a client in Germany, that their head office is in Germany.
Yeah. Don't let those things intimidate you, because a lot of real estate agents and property management companies and real estate investor companies are based in other countries, but they have locations here. So don't let, whether it's an outside, you look and you see it's an out of country or out of state company, means you can't do business with them. If they're in your backyard, then that means it's a potential business client.
Yeah. You know what else? Doing the things that other cleaning businesses won't do is what's going to get you those clients. Right? Taking it one step further than the others is what's going to get you those clients.
Oh, by the way, another story. One of those same condo buildings that I dropped off my card. I walked in there and the security wasn't at the desk. And some contractors were walking in, and one guy saw me drop my card on the security's desk. So he said, "What? Basically, are you trying to get to somebody?" I said, "Well, yeah, man." And he saw my shirt. I said, "Yeah, I'm trying to get a piece of business, blah, blah, blah." So he said, "Look, go down to this address. That's the head office. The owner is over there. Go check it out. drop off your card there. You must speak with somebody. I wanted to hug this man. Sorry.
Yeah.
How about when I went down there, couldn't get in the door because I have to know somebody and call the number to be able to get into the door. So I saw some people in an office like they're having a good old time. I would not move until somebody comes to the door. I knew because that company apparently owns most of the buildings in that vicinity. And I was like, I am not leaving this. This is a gold mine right here. So this nice old lady come down, she's leaving, and she said, "You tried to get in?" I said, "Yes, I'm trying to get to the office." We got the office. She said, "Yeah, come on in." But she went to the office and told someone is out here, you need to come talk to her. So I gave them a card and I spoke with the guy. I don't know. They were going for lunch. It wasn't a good time, by the way, but I was in my card. And a lady called me following day and said, "Hey, my name is so and so. I understand that you clean houses." Blah, blah. I said, "How did you hear about me?" "Oh, you dropped off your card." Blah blah blah. I said, "Oh, yesterday." And yeah, I got it this morning. So I said, yeah, I'm actually looking to clean your building, etc., etc. And I gave her the whole speech. So anyway, she said, "Listen, we have on-site cleaners, blah blah blah. This is how it works here. We pay $200 for a clean. It doesn't matter what size. And you know, the lady we have, she made over $12,000 in the summer, blah blah blah." Anyway, she's the property manager. So she wasn't. So one time we looked at her house the other night, and she's doing renos at her house. So I'm looking forward to working with her as well, and to hopefully, if not do her properties, at least get my name out there, and she might share me with other people. But not that I
Creating
really
networking
up any and everything, but the whole networking experience is gonna be something.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to big things, but
Yeah. Well, it's awesome what's happening in your business. It's
Yeah,
not just happening, it's all, you're working at it, but you're working a full-time job and running this cleaning business. You're showing up to calls at least once a week. Sometimes we'll meet 2 or 3 times a week. And you're at these mastermind calls every Sunday. All of this stuff is creating success for you. And then when you said that you were taking a week off work to focus on your business, I thought, fantastic. It gave you a week to kind of to trial it and see how you felt about it, and kind of give you, like for me, it started out with 2 days. I said, I'll take 2 days off. And then I never went back to work. Because yeah, the forward momentum was just amazing. I took the 2 days off, Thursday and Friday, but I worked Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. And then this was like, at this time I didn't have a JLB. This was cleaning in my cleaning business, so a little different than you. But by Sunday I was like, I don't think I have to go to work tomorrow. I bet I can find somebody to go in for me. So I just put employees in. The next thing you knew, it was 3 weeks since I had cleaned. And then I said, I'm not cleaning anymore. This is crazy. I don't have to do this anymore. So
yeah, the good thing about 2 things happened this week. It's a girl that I told you, she told me she won't be able to come back. She picked up a full-time job. She called me to say, how things are going, blah blah blah. So she called me to say, yes, it's a full-time. She started, blah blah blah. So how about I called her up Friday night and I said, "Hey, how you feel about working on the weekends? I know you don't want to, blah, blah, blah." She said, "Carol, I'm okay for weekends." So I called her and she worked with me yesterday. Do the cover. Yeah, so that was great. Because I really don't want to lose her, because I wanted to use her as my trainer, because she was my first hiree. And then I had the lady who did the gym with me. I was so disappointed because she has on her CV. Remember I was telling you she has on her CV that she worked hotels. But I noticed in 2 years, she had 6 different jobs, which to me was a big old red light. Like, Wink, wink, wink. Anyway, I took her to the gym with me. I trained her for an hour, then I left. And then I got back and did the inspection. I wasn't impressed. So I had to go over stuff and I pointed out stuff and I had to explain. Because if you say you have hotel experience, there's, I don't know if it's just me, but there's a certain standard, right? I expect a lot.
Yeah, it probably is just you, just so you know that when you hire employees, honestly, it is really rare that I hire an employee that is as good as they think they are. You know what I mean? So this is why it's important to set your standard right from the start, have
Yeah.
checklist forms, and then do what you did, do the quality check and show them what they missed and let them know the expectations.
Yeah.
Because, oh, it's amazing. There's just so many different definitions of clean out there.
Yeah.
You know that.
Yeah.
So your company's definition of clean is what sets you apart from the other companies, and your employees will definitely be, you know, the more experience they have, the less likely that it is that they understand your definition. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, because when one of the questions, and it really popped out in my head like a real eye-opening experience, because I said to her, did you clean here, for example? And she said, yes. So I said, but it's still dirty. Clean means removing all the dirt. I mean, if the client come and see that, they won't think that it was clean. And I said, the client is not looking for the obvious where they walk in and it's, oh, it's clean and that's it. The client is going to look in the corners and they think you may have missed line. They're going to remove it. They're going to lift stuff. So I had to, rivet it in. I lifted up the mats. She did around the mats and didn't lift the mats and go under them. And I was quite disappointed. So I had to have that chat, and I was hoping that I would be having that kind of a chat with somebody who did not have the kind of experience she said she has. So, but it was a learning experience for me too, to not assume that, okay, they are coming in with this experience, so then they must know. And then I'm going to get the girls who have that experience and know, and they're going to feel like I'm treating them like they're silly. So I don't know. I'm
amazing. Yeah, it's just the next stage in your growth. So everybody in the program either focuses on clients first or employees first, and your focus was on clients. Now you've got a spin of clients coming that you need to focus on employees, and you're already starting to do that. So that's really awesome. Really awesome. It's called growth. I'm very excited.
Because I can't afford them to put this
Can't
image
hear you,
and I
girl.
go to visit. I can't
There,
afford
that
to
was
let
good.
them put me. I have to be focusing on both at the same time, I feel, because I can't afford to go to the client and say this image, and then they get a less image when when it comes down to the service, So kind of feel like I'm
Awesome.
weighing both things at the same time. But I'm still hopeful and anxious to, reach the next level. It's okay.
Yeah, next level's coming, my friend. You are on your way. That's awesome. I wanted to acknowledge that Tiffany has joined the room. How are you doing today, Tiffany?
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
Yes.
Lovely to see you again. Are you working again today?
No. Well, I mean,
Oh.
I have admin work that I have to do, but I'm not actually working in the business today, so that's good for me. But I do have a very busy week this week. Almost double, triple cleanings. And this is actually going to be the first week that I actually have like double load. So I'm really excited to see how this is going to go between me and my helper. So yeah, I'm very excited, but I was like, I definitely want to keep the flow of everything, but So far, last week was pretty well, didn't have much cleanings, my regulars that I really have. My helper helped me. Um, we did hear back from the Covenant area, the home, and actually we're gonna do their cleaning on Tuesday. So starting out with this, I don't know if I told you, but the Covenant is like I wouldn't say it's like a nun's home, but it's like a Catholic home for all women, working women. They have like this big mansion, historical old home built in like the 1700s that they're like refurnishing up. So they are going through some demo work on each level. There's about 3 or 4 levels of the floor. Each floor levels have like at least 10 to 12, I want to say 12, but maybe about 8 to 10 bedrooms and about 5 to 6 baths, single baths, separate. So they got my company actually from my web designer who knows that I was a cleaning company and she's working on their website. And I guess the conversation was that they're doing demo work, and my web designer who did my website told them about my company and they reached out to me, and that's how we got started with them. So yeah, so it's really exciting. I'm really this is like a really first commercial that's going to be a reoccurring for us. So I'm excited about that.
Wow, that's an amazing
Yeah.
celebration. Congratulations, Tiffany. I'm really happy for you. Yeah.
Thank you.
Yay.
Thank you. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Yes, just checking along. It's, almost hitting a year mark in November. And I'm just, it's been a lot of highs and lows. Excuse my daughter in the back.
She's dancing. She's a superstar.
Yes, yes. She's going on a trip tomorrow to Maine. So she's excited. But
Awesome.
so I'm really excited. I'm going up on a year in November for my business, and been a lot of highs and lows, but the journey has been tough, but I'm very excited to see where my business is gonna go, and as a year mark comes up. So
Really, really great. Yeah, you just keep plodding along, don't you, Tiffany? Just forward
yes,
thinking, forward momentum. Yeah, you're doing it. You're doing great. Congratulations.
absolutely. Thank you, Carrie. Thank you, everyone.
Yeah, you're welcome. Is there any solutions that you need help with this week?
I just working on my time management, to be honest with you. That just seems to be something that I need to work on. Because Friday, actually, I went to do a semi quote. So I found this real estate company. They reached out to me on this group that's in my state. It's like a women's business group, has dozens and thousands of business, women-owned business women in my state. She reached out to me because they do weekly Zoom calls with their real estate realm or whatever. And she was like, we don't even have a cleaning company. I was just like, I never thought of that. I was like, yeah, I would love to come on, promote our business, our services and stuff like that. So I had a meeting with her on Friday. So we're going to be doing like a Zoom kind of call thing where I'm going to like make a presentation, just talk about my company, and hope to gain some clientele from her and others that she's been working with, developers, property managers, all that and stuff. So she's also looking for like me to collaborate with junk removal services, which we do know people in our neighborhood and area. And what else? Organizers, home organizers. So I know a few organizers in my area too that I want to team up with, because that's what she says that seems to be the most big thing that most homeowners look for, is cleaning companies, junk removal, and like home organizers and stuff. So I'm excited to put that together. And just the collaboration, the real estate, you know, when I first started my business, I was really heavy into networking. Because I didn't have any clientele. So I was just pushing our name out there as much as possible. But then, you know, time got too much because I was getting clients and stuff like that. And I just neglected the whole networking opportunity. But it's so crucial, at least 1 to 2 times out of the month, you should be going to like networking events or things like that, just so that you can get your brand, your name out there, because it's so important. You just never know. You know, you may meet them 1 month ago, but the next 2 months they may need you, you know, for cleaning or just putting your name out there. You know, it's so important. So that's one thing that I'm definitely, as we're in our the month of October, to definitely do some more networking opportunities.
I feel that's really a wise decision, because I feel like in October and November, there's so many opportunities. You know, people sort of, I don't know, it seems like people kind of bring their focus back to their business and to these networking events in September after having the summer off to be with their kids and their families. So it's a great opportunity. Everybody's like excited, and it's like the new year starts in the third quarter. Like, honestly, that's how it feels to me. So when you say that you're looking for time management solutions, are you talking about time management for those potential contracts that you may get from this lady, from this networking opportunity, or time management in order to be able to go to these networking events? She's maybe talking to somebody.
Oh
I can see
no,
her.
I was trying to get out of this area. So I'm just saying, just in general, you know, I just, you know, being a mom of 5, you know, doing all the things that I do aside from my business, because I'm like pretty much the solely person doing my business. I'm just not finding enough time to do everything. It's either I have to get up really early in the morning to complete like administration tasks or stuff like that, or finishing up quotes that's on, you know, that I got to send out, or follow-ups. I'm either having to do that either early in the morning before I have to wake up for my kids, or I have to stay up late at night. There's like no in between at all, because I'm constantly going, constantly. And I just feel like I just am running on, you know, fumes, really. You know, I just don't have enough time to plan everything out as much as I thought I would. You know, I really want to be structured, and that's what I'm having a difficulty time in.
Yeah, thank you for bringing it up. It is absolutely one of the biggest struggles. You know, there's a few reasons. Number one is we're excited. We want to get our business going, and as the opportunity starts coming, that gives us energy that we just didn't realize we had stored up. Right? It's so exciting. But the problem is that we're burning energy that we don't have yet. Just like, you know, spending money you don't have yet. Eventually, you're going to have to face the burden, right? And this is how burnout happens. It's one of the things that I have implemented in my own life is, so I decided when I got to Mexico, I was going to take back control of my time. And the first thing I did was I said, okay, I'm taking 2 days off a week. At first, I had them scattered. I think I had said Saturday and Wednesday. It didn't work. It just didn't work. This middle of the week thing didn't work because I'd have so much going on that I didn't want to not. Thank you. Peter just came up with the coffee pot. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. That I decided to take 2 days off together. So here's what I decided. Saturday is without a doubt my day off. And I actually did have clients messaging me yesterday, and I did say, I'm not available today. I'll talk to you tomorrow. I did talk to Donna eventually, but it was after I had fulfilled my needs for myself that I said, okay, I'm ready to talk to you now. And this is new for me because I'm usually like 100%, if you need me 24/7. What I realized was I wasn't giving myself the time to rest in order to be 100% available to my clients. So I realized that I had to do this for myself in order to be a better coach for you guys. So that has given me freedom. Actually, it's creating so much growth for my online program because my brain is free to think, to absorb, and instead of just like constantly reacting, I'm now starting to be proactive. So I'm so grateful. Friday, I do take Fridays off, but actually Fridays, I just won't book calls on Fridays. I will allow myself to work, but I won't force myself to a time schedule. So if on Friday something happens and I need to work, I don't give myself heck, and I don't allow myself to be frustrated, and I give myself the opportunity to say, no, I'm just not going to do that today. And this last Friday, Peter and I did end up working because we had a problem with our website. And it's funny, I got up at 5 a.m. on Friday and noticed right away that there was something wrong with my website. Like, I never checked my website, but Friday at 5 a.m. I checked my website and it was down. So I don't know, it was meant to be. Peter and I got out of bed, had our coffee, worked on our website, and then had a great evening. The point is, I'll work on Friday, but only on what I want to. So by implementing those two strategies, I'm now feeling more rested and more excited. I do have to say though, versus when I used to never take a day off, I now like wake up on Sunday morning. I'm excited about this call, so that helps. But I'm like, back to work. Last night before I went to bed, I was like, oh yeah, I gotta work tomorrow. I haven't experienced that feeling in 6 years. And that's because for 6 years, I never allowed myself a specified day off. So that's a weird, like it's weird because when I was working 7 days a week, I never had that feeling of I have to work today. That was just my life, right? I don't know if I like it or not, but I do like the Saturday off. So I'm fulfilling some stuff for my soul, like the tattoo yesterday. That's something that I've been meaning to do for 8 years. And I finally took a day and did it. 8 years. Like you can't put off your life for that long. So every week that you go without giving yourself a day is you're just putting off your life. And this business is meant to fulfill you. You know, we know that you have to put in the work now, but I promise you, taking a day off 1 day a week for yourself will not harm your business and will probably improve your business. Now, when I first started doing that for my cleaning business, so see, I had that down pat for my cleaning business, then I went to my online business and I stopped doing it again, right? I did Wednesdays. I found that Wednesdays was the day, like Mondays was, I always called it crap show Monday, only I swore. I was not as nice as I'm being here. Crap show Monday, because no matter what, no matter how much I took care of everything, made sure everything was in line, I'd be up Sunday evening, checking the schedule, everything's fine. Monday morning, it just hits the fan. And that's because the rest of the world takes the weekend off. And they put all their problems off until Monday. So you hear on Monday, any complaints clients have or problems with the employees, plus employees like to call in sick on Monday. Look at Tiffany's daughter is dancing for us. You're beautiful. And then I found that Wednesday, everything was quieted down. People were like on with their week. It was the slowest day of the week for my cleaning business. So I'd take Wednesdays off. And if you could do just one thing for yourself, whether it's coffee with a friend or getting your hair cut or sleeping in, just do something for you. Anything just for you that nobody else gets to tell you that you do or don't do this thing. It is yours and you do it for yourself. Some people like yoga. I would like yoga. I'm lying. I tried yoga in when I was in treatment. And I forced myself to go every day for 2 weeks, and I never actually learned to like it. But I should like it. I don't know, anyway. Melissa says, me too. Oh, she loves it. Well, that's good. That's what you could do. You probably do it every day. You look very fit. So for time management, you have the power. You just have to decide to use it. This is your time. You are the boss. So I've gotten good at this on my online program, telling my my virtual assistants sometimes will start to kind of bother me on my own time. And I've gotten good at saying to them, this is my day off. You need to deal with this. This is not the right time to be bothering me. Don't bother me with this. I heard somebody once say, be annoyed when other people impede on your quality time with yourself. Allow yourself to be annoyed. And now I do get annoyed. It's Saturday. It's my day off. Don't bother me. I'm starting to get annoyed. And so allowing yourself to be annoyed when people bother you on your time will be a good start for you. And then when it comes to things like networking, all of the things you have to do, make yourself a time schedule. So if you're networking, I have these networking events I want to do, get out your calendar, you know about them months in advance, put them on your calendar. And then what you can do is like reverse engineer it. So I have this networking event in this town close by on this day. I do want to be dressed up for it. So I know that I'll need to be finished work if I work that day by this time so that I can shower, get dressed up and be ready to go. And what would be really good is if I went like an hour early and stopped by 2 businesses on my way there. I'm dressed up, I'm looking great, I'm feeling great, drop off a couple brochures on my way to the networking event. So reverse engineer it to make yourself time. And if it happens to fall on your day off, then take the day before the day after off. You do not give your day off away, you exchange it for another day. Otherwise, you're never getting a day off. Trust me. You can always find things to take up your day off. Trust me. You must exchange your day off. You cannot give it away. That's my advice for time management. That's the simplest answer I can give right now without harping on you guys for an hour. But I think those 2 strategies will help you take back some of your time. And of course, any time that you do not have to clean, that your cleaners can do it for you, they should be. The reason for that is that anytime that you are cleaning, you are wasting your resources. Your resources are as the business owner, the CEO. And when you go to clean, like, honestly, that's beneath you. You're also taking away somebody's job. You realize that, right? Like, there are people out there who need this job to feed their families. So not only are you taking your business backwards, but you're taking a job away from somebody who needs it. So you're better than that. You're the CEO. You're not a cleaner, you're a CEO. So anytime somebody else can clean, send them. And go out there and get new contracts. Because I know what you're thinking is, every time I send them, I can't afford to pay my bills. No, every time you don't send somebody else to clean for you, you hold yourself back from a potential paying client. Every time. You could be, if I had been cleaning when I got that $500,000 opportunity, it was a response to an email, and I jumped on it. I called them immediately and made the appointment. Then it was such an important appointment that I think it was 3 days before we were meeting them. I spent those 3 days researching and prepping myself, got my hair cut. I got my nails done. I made sure that I had the right clothing and that it was ready to go because I wanted to show up ready for this opportunity. Now, if I was cleaning those 3 days, we all know that just takes up all your time. And I would not have been prepared. When I got there, it was a board meeting. I thought it was going to be one person. There were 4 people there. Thankfully, I'd taken the time for self-care that I felt like I owned that room. And I did, because I got it. It was a $500,000 contract and I got it, So if I had been cleaning, I would have missed the email potentially. I wouldn't have had the brain space. I wouldn't have had the self-care, so many ways that if I had been focused on cleaning instead of running my business, I could have missed this $500,000. $500,000. There, I'm going to stop harping on you. I think that you've heard it now. Thanks for listening. Before I go into Carol's question, I can't wait to answer Carol's question. I just wanted to come over to Melissa and welcome you to the group. I can see that you're now stable and pulled over on the side of the road. Do you mind if I call on you to share your celebration for the week? You're muted, my friend.
Okay. I don't know how stable this is right now because I deal with the same problem as Brian. I'm out in the middle of BFE right now. I actually had to turn around from the BMB that I'm getting ready to clean because they were still there and I could not hear you or see you. So I had to turn around and then start to leave the town. And then I pulled over and I'm somewhere at least safe and so I can hear you guys for a moment.
That's awesome. I kind of had the feeling that was the thing, so I wanted to get to you before you have to get to work. So you heard the whole spiel that this is kind of a come and go as you please situation, and we like to start out with celebrations for the week, and then we go into solutions. So could you share with us a celebration for the week?
Well, I'm really going through a lot right now, personally, and then my business isn't doing as good as I would like it to be going. So I think I've been trying to grab at really simple little things. Like I have my health and my 2 children and my 2 grandchildren are healthy. I was able to get invited out to Hallow Scream at Busch Gardens the other night, and I thoroughly needed it. My mental state has been off. And since we're all speaking just honest, I'm about to start my period, so I'm super emotional. And I'm not trying to take that out on anybody or anything, but I feel like in my 40s, I'm like my period and all that's not getting any better. So I'm like, oh, and then I'm dealing with a separation. I just got all this other stuff going on and I do my work myself. I'm just now starting to get to a place where I want to hire people, or I guess I've been wanting to, but I feel confident enough to where I might be able to and get and have the jobs keep coming in. But I think I'm just looking for and grabbing at little things right now. So I'm just grateful that occasionally I find moments of peace and I have my health and my kids do. So just little things like that for right now.
I think that is an awesome, perfect celebration for the week. And that is the thing, you know, when I talked about earlier, I was just laying there thinking when they were doing the tattoo and I was thinking about all the things I was grateful for. That is the thing. When you boil it all down, I would give everything up for the health of my family. So
Yeah.
that is the most important thing to celebrate. So I'm glad that you have that. And I'm really excited for our first strategy call tomorrow because we'll help you with those employees, get you set on that path, and Brian set on his path. Just so you're all aware, Brian and Melissa, Brian is they've decided to work together in tandem. Melissa, it's basically, are you the subcontractor for Brian?
Yeah, so people contact Brian through Angie's List and other means that he has advertising. And then he'll call me up and be like, hey, Mel, do you want to go ahead and take this job? Or do you know somebody that wants to in this area? Because Brian is way, way up in north compared to me where I'm more on the water than on the east side. And so we kind of work together to see what we can do, if we can do it, and then kind of go from there. But yeah, he's got the bigger cleaning company and does outside work and docks and cleans houses and stuff, whereas I am mainly doing inside work. So yeah, we work together and he subcontracts that out to me or jobs whenever it's in my area or I can do it.
Yeah, amazing. And so what we're working on is I'm going to help you get your employees, I'm going to help him get the clients, and you guys are going to collaborate together to just explode both of your businesses.
Yes, I'm really excited about working with you.
We are really excited about working with you as well. And that is the thing, like I always tell my clients, I'm working for your business. So as your business grows, you bring in whoever you need to help you grow your business. I don't discriminate. I don't care if you've got a cleaner that you want to train to be a manager, bring them all. I
Yeah.
work for your business. So I was really excited about this situation because it allows me to expand my horizons as well, to learn it from two different angles, right?
Yeah.
I do find
Yes.
that the more people bring their teams, the more successful they are. So there's 2 for you, 3 for Veronica. Carol's going to have more soon. Carol is doing really, really well, and she'll also bring her people when she's ready. So yeah, congratulations. I'm glad you're here too.
Thank you. I am. I'm glad that we connected, and I really just feel that I have some lack. I have a lack of experience, and I have a lack of knowledge on how to grow my business. That's why I'm still stuck in this situation, still making under 50K a year, which I want to be well over 100K, and there's no reason why I can't. I don't mind working my butt off, but I do want to have the opportunity, big enough team to where I could be like, okay, you're in charge of this area with this B&B and these 2 residents. You are in charge, and I want to be able to have that option. And right now, I just don't. I feel like I'm working entirely too hard. I'm stretched thin. And again, I turn around and equally get upset when I have 3 days off because I don't have a stinking client to clean. I don't have not one damn B&B,
Yes.
not one residential. And I'm like, shoot, I wanted 1 day off, not 3. So, so I do get frustrated in both aspects. I just really would like it to be a little bit more leveled. And, of course I'm excited during B&B season because then my income is increased dramatically, but then there goes my summer because I am now physically needing to be somewhere and working my butt off. And again, I want my business to grow, and I want to double, if not triple my income. And I know that with your help, I can. I just think there's just a lack of some knowledge, and I just need some sort of direction because I don't feel, I don't have as much confidence in myself as I could. So I'm grateful for you, Carrie. I'm grateful that we connected. I'm really looking forward to working with you.
Thank you. Yeah, the feeling's mutual. Yeah, thank you again. Awesome. Well, when you do end up going to clean that B&B, I hope everything goes well for you. And yeah, I'm looking forward to tomorrow for sure. But stick around. A lot of people will even have their earbuds in while they're cleaning. Stick around as long as you like. So
my B&B clients just left.
I'm so glad.
I've been waiting for the B&B clients to leave.
Yeah. So glad I followed my instincts on that. I saw that you're on the road there. I thought she's waiting to go to work. I better talk to her now. So I'm glad.
I really am. I'm glad too. And they just gave me the thumbs up as they passed me. So it was really nice talking with you and hearing you guys' side, different ladies and what's going on. And I'm going to make sure that I am available on Sundays if I can, if I'm not in the middle or getting ready to clean, so that I can partake in these video chats, because I think it's good. It's not always really good to say this, but sometimes hearing what other people struggle with and what they're in their highs and lows, it can encourage you. It can encourage you that that you're not in the worst off position. It can encourage you you can get in a better position because you're seeing other people do it. So I just think these kind of chats are really important because it puts your perspective, it changes it a little bit when you're stepping into somebody else's shoes and listening to what they're going through and dealing with. So I just think that's good. And I thank everybody for sharing what they're going through and everything else. So I look forward to these in the future.
Awesome. Thank you, Melissa.
Thank you, Carrie.
Yes, you're welcome. Let's talk about Carol's question. Awesome question, Carol. Any pointers for us? We're hearing more talks of COVID reoccurrence. So yes, I've been sort of waiting to hear, another celebration for me. I'm doing way less for my cleaning business, or it's not really my cleaning business anymore. I'm still there consulting. They're really running it now. And I've been waiting for them to come to me and start talking to me about COVID, because here in Mexico, I'm not sure what's going on in Canada or the US, but I haven't been hearing anything really. They say that we're on the rise for COVID again this fall. But I did hear somebody say very recently that COVID is the new flu, and I tend to agree with that. And I was a little nervous to say that out loud until I heard somebody else say it, because of all of the stigma around COVID and what we all went through 3 years ago. What I would say, well, let's just talk about the specifics. Are you noticing that there's more COVID in the news where you are, Carol? And are your clients starting to ask about it?
So I have relatives who are in the health sector. So I'm actually the one who bombard them with these questions because I want to be pre-prepared. I want to be ahead of the game. I want to put in an action plan. Should we end up in a recurring situation of whatever. I just want to be prepared. I read in the news this morning where there's a particular hospital in Montreal that's mandating mask wearing again. And I learned of, and this is in Philly, where someone I know personally, she passed away on the weekend. And she went into the hospital for COVID, and I just have a feeling like my mom had COVID not too long ago, and she insisted not to go to the hospital, and we didn't force her to. And she's now good. She's up and about like a young chicken. But it's going on, and I think that I would like to prepare myself. Yes. I think that our seniors or the people who have had it and were greatly affected will have some, it might be like an allergy to them. I don't know if all of us in the room has any allergy issues, but it's like it raises alarm bells when you see something that you're allergic to. Like me, I'm allergic to shellfish. So as soon as I see something that's a shellfish, my alarm goes off and I'm like, whoa,
yeah, triggers.
So it's the same thing. You hear people who, they might have had it, they might have had mild symptoms, and then you have the other person who had severe symptoms and near-death experience. So I'm thinking about just the whole spectrum. And as a cleaning company, I think that a lot of people will want to be more cautious and not want to re-experience what they previously experienced, number one. Number two, my folks are older people, and I want to see them try to take good care of them. And I think that other families are thinking the same way. So how do we prepare ourselves to deal with these guys?
I'm excited to answer this question because I have the answer. And that kind of is the answer. We have the answers. When COVID hit the first time, we knew nothing. Like, I remember the craziness of it, is that like they were saying things like the virus can live on your clothing for up to 72 hours, and that it would stay in wood longer than it would on plastic or on rubber. Like, oh my goodness, the amount of different information we were getting on a daily basis, and how much of it now we realize was false, with no blame, because the powers that be were doing everything they could to try to keep us safe by what they could tell for now. So something about COVID, before COVID hit, in cold and flu season, which is September, well, really, honestly, when school first starts, and then again in December, and then again in March, and then again in April. Whenever I saw a cold and flu on the rise, our teams would put in our, we called it the cold and flu policy, which was, we used hospital grade disinfectant in our cleaner. We found this hospital grade disinfectant that you can add to your water with your all-purpose cleaner, and it was still effective in killing viruses. You have to be careful of this because not all disinfectants will still be effective if you mix it with water or if you mix it with other cleaners. But I found one that you could mix with your pH neutral cleaner, all-purpose cleaner, which is what I use. And it's called Sabre, S-A-B-R-E, disinfectant. I'll find you a picture. I have it somewhere, and it is in my supply kit video. And you need 1/8 of a teaspoon for like 4 gallons or something. It's really, really amazingly effective. And it is approved by the World Health Organization to kill viruses such as COVID-19. So I was using that before COVID-19 came about anyway. I'd stumbled upon it and thought this will be great for my clients, elderly and autoimmune clients in the cold and flu season. And then if we knew that a client had some issues, if they were frail or needed us to, we would offer to wear masks before COVID. So when COVID hit and things settled down, we already had all of the precautions in place. So I would say create a cold and flu precaution that will be effective against COVID. And then let your clients know when they start working with you that if they, like I use now, a hospital grade disinfectant in all of my cleaning solution. Like when I'm cleaning up people's places, we're always doing hospital grade disinfectant. So it's a norm now, whereas it used to be only during cold and flu season. And that was because of the cost of it. But now I realize that I'd rather be safe than sorry always. Then the mask policy was dependent on the clients and the employees. And you know, there are certain times that we use mask anyway. It's PPE. So if you're in a really high dust area, you'll have your employees wear a mask. And if somebody's coughing and sick, you'll have them wear a mask. Or if your clients ask for it, you'll have them wear a mask. I wouldn't enforce masks unless it's mandated by the government personally, but this is your business. You get to decide what you're going to require. So my answer is treat it like a flu unless the government tells you otherwise, or unless the World Health Organization tells you otherwise. Treat it like a flu, create a cold and flu policy, and implement that policy. Does that help?
Yeah, somewhat.
Somewhat. Well, you want me to tell you what to do. And
No, I'm thinking as a group, not necessarily you, but as a group, I just wanted us to put that on, try to remember to put that on top of mind, but also to think, because I think maybe because I have that hotel mentality, we try to be proactive in everything we do instead of reactive. And so it came to my mind, but I was thinking somewhere along the line of asking the clients to let us know to cancel the appointments if they think, because we have to protect ourselves, our families, and as well as the other clients. So if, for example, a client is not well, we prefer if they cancel the appointment rather than have us come. Or is this something, so we don't pass it on to other clients, because we could probably be carriers? I don't know.
That is part of our wellness. That is part of our wellness policy, that our clients, if they are sick, first of all, our policy is if our employees show up and the client is obviously sick, our employees will say, "I'm sorry, we're not able to clean today. You're very clearly not well, and for the safety of our team, then we are going to have to leave." Like our employees, we've given them the right to refuse service, to just leave if they're coughing and hacking and very clearly visibly sick. Also, our employees are not reprimanded if they are sick and they let us know and don't come to work. So, we have this bonus program where we call it the unexcused absence policy, where our employees any employee who calls in sick within 24 hours of their next scheduled shift will lose 1% of their bonus. But the underlying to that is if they have COVID or genuinely sick with an infectious disease, then we will not affect their bonus. but they do have to get us a doctor's note. And this is so that if they do have COVID, they will go and get the necessary care. Because like you said, your mom decided not to go to the doctor, and that is her right. And that is also our employees' rights. But we want to encourage them to take care of their health and to not wait until they're too sick to go to the hospital. So we ask them, go to the doctor, have yourself checked out, give us a note, and your bonus will not be affected. It's not always easy for them, but it's a good way to get everybody on board. If somebody is coughing and hacking at work and another employee notices and feels uncomfortable, they should let us know. You just create a whole wellness policy and implement it. So maybe we should have a wellness policy workshop. I think that's a good idea. I think that we should create a wellness policy workshop and have it within the group. And let me give it, because of this issue with COVID on the rise, I'd like to try to have it done in a week to 10 days. So I'll look for an expert in the field that can come on and talk to us, and see if I can get a wellness workshop ready for you guys.
Sounds good.
But definitely, with anything that concerns you in your business, as soon as you feel the concern, you should be creating policy. So that would mean how I create a policy is, first I write down what I think, what works into my core values. Do good, be good, do what is required, work as a team. Then I take it to the experts. I look online for experts, or I research the issue, and then find out what they say we should do. And then I put the two together to create a policy that makes sense for myself and my employees.
Yeah. Yeah, like that.
Policy templates.
Thank you.
But you're welcome. When I know it's different, because I forget that many of you weren't here when it hit the first time. And the truth is, I really applaud you, because so many people had nothing in place. There was never any thought about it. There was even the clients, like the clients never ever, many of the clients never asked about, what are you doing for disinfecting? It was just get it clean. There was no sanitization, disinfecting. Then there were so many things people didn't know, like you have to clean the area before you can disinfect it, right? So people were paying like $10,000 to have their buildings fogged, disinfectant fogging. Whereas, just so you know, if you're looking to get a machine for disinfectant fogging, what you really need is an atomizer, not a fogger, an atomizer. And I have knowledge of a really great atomizer for not too expensive, and the product that can go in it. Another really amazing disinfectant product is called Bacoban, Bacoban. It's based on nanotechnology, nanobacteria. So the bacteria, what are they called? Nanomites eat the bacteria. They consume the bacteria rather than kill it. They eat it. It's really an amazing thing. Oh no, Bacoban, actually, I'm wrong. Bacoban nanotechnology is shards of glass in the nano size. So when you apply Bacoban to a surface, it has all these giant little shards of glass. When bacteria lands on the surface, it puts it into a million pieces. That's how it kills bacteria. It's unbelievable technology. And it would never hurt you. You could actually drink it and it wouldn't hurt you, but it kills the bacteria. So anyway, Bacoban, I'll help you with an atomizer. I honestly think everybody should have an atomizer on hand. We have one. It can also be used for killing odors. So like we had a client who had a tomcat come in and spray in her like 1830s house, like heritage home. He got in through a window and sprayed on the carpet, and she didn't want to rip the carpet up, obviously. So we came in with our disinfectant atomizer and atomized the room, and it killed the odor. Like, it's amazing. So having an atomizer is not only for disinfecting for COVID or viruses, you can also use it for odors. And what we do is, when COVID hit, people who had atomizers made a lot of money, and they were gouging clients, gouging them. It's crazy to me. Once we had got our atomizer, once they were available, because at first you couldn't find them, we offered disinfected fogging, is what we call it, because that's what people understand, at 50% off regular rates. So we set our regular rate at way, way less than what everybody else was charging, because we just couldn't, in our mind, we just couldn't live with ourselves for the gouging that was going on. So we set it at a rate that we thought was fair, and it was still really high. And then we offered any regular client of Cap Cleaners gets 50% disinfecting, fogging, and on an emergency basis. So if they, back then it was, if you find out you've had somebody in your building through contact tracing and you need it fogged, we will get there within 6 hours and fog your building for you. And we made a lot of money off of that. You know, even sitting here, I still feel guilty about the money we made off of that. Yet we were like 1/10 of what everybody else was charging. So everybody should have one, because now you can make that, that will make you a sticky service, right? That clients know that you will be there to disinfect their property within a certain amount of hours if they should have. I always say, if you should find out that you've, what do I say? You should find out that you've been exposed to virus or illness, we can come and disinfect. So I don't make it only about COVID. You know, if somebody's in there with the flu, you can go in, or with a cold, or, you know, if they just want peace of mind, you can be there and do that for them. So create policies and think about things that you can do to protect your clients. Somebody else. Oh, hey ladies, I need to leave now. Donna had to leave. Okay. I wanted to welcome Moffat to the meeting. Good morning, Moffat. How are you? I'm coming to you next, Jamie. Usually he's able to talk. Jamie, are you able to talk? Good morning. Maybe they're not able to talk. So how do you feel about that, Carol? Does it help at all?
Yes, thanks. That's helpful. I didn't know about the atomizer and the carbon machine and all that stuff. And like you said earlier, yes, I am one of them who was not in the business pre-COVID or during COVID.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
I'm curious. I was actually quite curious to see what would have been your response in terms of, you know,
Yeah,
both
boy,
ends of the first.
the first time was so chaotic. It's so nice that we now know what to do. But at one point, when they were saying that the virus could live on your clothing for whatever the time length was, we went to Canadian Tire and bought like 200 of these little, they call them rain ponchos for camping. And it's basically saran wrap that looks like a poncho. And we would put these on before we went into any home. And then when we got outside of the home, we would use like medical procedures to take the thing off, roll it up, put it in a bag, and then put a new one on before we went to the next home. And, you know, where we are in Canada there, it gets to be 40, 45 degrees in the summer. And it would be like being in a little personal sauna. It was just brutal. Our shirt just soaked. It was brutal. And finally, in July, we just had to stop because our cleaners were experiencing heat exhaustion. But at that point, the World Health Organization said, oh, it doesn't actually live on your clothes. And, you know, that's not necessary. So thank goodness for that, because wow. But we did everything, whatever we could. There was this huge fear, and we were just doing things that seemed really ludicrous, but at the time, we were just doing it, right? So you have the advantage that you have all of the resources, you know, at your fingertips to have make an informed decision. I feel I envy you. Does anybody in this group have anything to say about it? Carol's looking for input from anybody with any advice or thoughts on this whole COVID issue. No? Okay, so we can move on from there. Is there Moffitt and Jamie, if you're able to chime in, just unmute yourself and let us know. Otherwise, any other solutions we should be discussing today? Anybody with some issues that we should talk about? So
I have a question.
Go ahead, Tiffany.
Okay, so I was just wondering about the holidays coming up. I know Canada may be different, but for the US, you know, we have the main holidays coming up. What is everybody's approach on that? I just started to make a flyer actually to incorporate some holiday cleaning, and actually we had a client on Monday that booked out for some holiday cleaning as well. So what is everybody's approach, and how do you guys incorporate like sales tactics, cleaning techniques, and such?
Anybody do any special promotions? I know some people do Black Friday promotions for their cleaning businesses. So at my cleaning business, I kind of have promotions that run all the time. Like we always offer 50% off disinfectant fogging for regular clients, and we always offer initial cleans for free for commercial clients. I have never actually I shouldn't say never. I did run promotions for special occasion cleaning. I used to run a promotion before school ended, get the house clean before the kids go back to school, or before the kids are home from school. Or in the fall, it would be a return to school promotion for residential. So when the kids go back to school, you can get your house back. Sometimes we used to offer Christmas promotions, but I didn't see a lot come from it. I think that the clients either want their place clean or not, you know. I could be wrong. I just never saw much from it. However, I do want to say that everybody who has Go High Level has a really great opportunity to run promos to a lot of people. And I've been thinking that we should talk about the different types of promos that can be run inside of your Go High Level. So decide what you want your promo to be, and you can just schedule it to go out on a certain date. Just create the content, get a picture, send an email. So does anybody have any ideas about promotions that they'd like to run and when? Most of the people here are commercial cleaners. Commercial cleaner is pretty different in that you're looking for long-term clients, not one-time clients. So what you might want to run a Christmas special initial clean for free or something, but what you're looking for is a contract. For residential clients, if you're just looking to entice somebody who doesn't have cleaning service yet, or somebody who is sick of their cleaning service. Some people, I had a client who used to run a 50% off sale every December. But if you're going to run a sale that huge, 50% off sale, increase your rates so that you're still making a profit. I always use a sales promo as an opportunity to increase my rates. So if I say 20% off, I'll increase my rates to the next scheduled, you know, the next level. If I'm selling my service for $50 an hour, I'll increase it to 60 an hour and then give 10% off. So I'm actually making more than my original rate. Now you're attracting a different client. Black Friday sale. I mean, I think that one of the best things that you can do is go and look at other cleaning businesses in your area and see what kind of sales they're running. I haven't found that sales work a lot for cleaning businesses. I'm not saying it doesn't, but I haven't seen it. More like a regular promo, you gotta have a way to get them in the door. I always feel like people are so inundated with Black Friday ads that are they even gonna notice? I don't know. Maybe if it's a great ad, they'll notice it.
Like, how do you get them in and keep them as reoccurring or get them on like a maintenance clean if you're trying to
The
target them with the sale?
the clients, like
Yes, client or
the people
customer.
that I see what you're saying. So if you're attracting somebody with a sale, how do you create a regular client out of it? I would say you're hoping that the people that are responding to your sale are looking for a regular cleaner. You may create a condition to the 50, like if you want to do 50% off, do 50% off your first clean based on a 3-month contract or a 6-month contract or a year contract. Don't just give them 50% off just because they hired you, but require them to sign a contract with you. That would be one way to create. Yes, Carol?
And you basically determine the frequency. So if it's a 1-year contract, you tell them, okay, 50% off. I wouldn't give 50% off anyway, but 50, whatever percent off your, I don't know, your last clean after a 1-year contract.
Yeah, or yeah, you could do a reverse that, you know,
guaranteeing the recurrence, and they are looking forward to getting that last clean, especially if the last clean will end up in December, for example, because everybody wants to put their funds towards other things. So getting that discount off in December is usually quite attractive.
Yeah.
And you
Pre-Christmas
basically determine the terms and conditions. So it has to be once per month or twice per month and blah, blah, blah. So you basically are the one that's calling the shot. Personally, I was thinking of the same thing recently, and I started creating flyers, but I stopped. But it wasn't so much of a sale. It's just basically saying, hey, prepare your home for Thanksgiving, blah, blah, blah.
Yes.
Get a clean or a fall clean or something like that.
I have one that just came to my thought process was, sign up for a 6-month contract now and get a pre-Christmas clean free. Regular weekly clients get the clean right before Christmas free, or a December clean free, or a New Year's clean free.
Yeah,
after they put away their decorations, then you'll come in and clean for them for free.
Exactly.
Some people offer like free. Yeah.
I don't know.
Windows or
book a deep clean and get your carpet, get 1 room carpet shampooing free or something, but I don't really, like I called the VA recently to because they had advertised online that it's $5 per hour. Okay. But when I called and talked with them and got into the whole meat of it, it would have been, I had to book within a certain amount of hours to get the $5 per hour. So basically the $5 per hour was just a bait. So it's a similar scenario. We have to find a bait, get them to call us, and then So if you say a free clean, it's not necessarily a free clean of a whole day. For example, it's probably a clean of, like I said, carpet, or, and you determine what size carpet.
Yeah. Windows, light fixtures, ovens.
Yeah, I don't want them to burn the whole pie and then the pie spill over in the oven and then they can't make it.
Mhm.
Then it takes me all day to get the pie out. So, you know, because listen, you're dealing with some really smart
Dealing with some really what? Sorry, you cut out.
smart people who they will, you know, stick it to you. So you have to be, as the business owner, we have to be quite, you know, we have to
Yeah, I
think
guess
above and beyond, you know.
that's right. I think
Sure, we're not going there to spend a whole day to pay or pay our staff, and there's no income off of it. We can't afford
yeah,
that.
I think I agree with you. I think when like my feeling is that getting people in on major promos is a quantity versus quality mindset. And my mindset is always quality versus quantity. So do I want 10 people that are getting a 50% discount, or do I want 2 people that are taking me at full price, you know? Like,
Or, yeah, and here's another idea, as you mentioned, that win a free clean
yeah, we do the contest for
and
sure.
play that
I
around. Play around
love the
that one.
contest.
Win a free something. And but
Yeah,
but here are the terms and
yeah, win a free oven clean, or you know, before each holiday, figure out what it is that would be the most annoying thing and offer that for free. Like you know, before Christmas. I don't know. My grandmother always wanted her oven clean right before Christmas. Before she started her Christmas baking, she wanted the oven clean. I think it's because the oven runs better and the smells from the dirty oven don't get into the baking, perhaps. But you know, before you know, I don't know. There's so many things you could do. You just have to decide what your target audience wants,
yeah,
who they are.
smart
Like
about
some might
Right.
want to deep clean before they put up their decorations. Others might want to clean after they take them down. Me,
Yeah.
I always want to clean after I take them down. But everything should be, like you said, dependent on making money, not giving away free clean. It's about making money.
Exactly. Exactly. So make it a win-win for you. And that's why, or us, as we have to be the ones that determine the terms and conditions. So it's not just throw it out there, it's a bait for the long-term relationship or continued business. Yeah,
Yeah,
and I said
when
the
you're
word bait.
bait, yes, definitely bait. You're attracting your clients. Excuse me. So the first thing in setting a promo is to decide who your target audience is. Then the second thing is to decide what their biggest pain is. So when you're talking about their pain, it's like, what is annoying them? What's bothering them? What do they want taken care of? And then the third is when creating your promo, have it acknowledge their biggest pain. So if your target audience is busy moms, their biggest pain is that the kids went back to school and their house is a mess and they don't have time to get it cleaned up again in time for the holiday season. Then that's what you're going to do. Do you need your house cleaned before Thanksgiving? You know, we're offering 2 hours free with every 8-hour clean. Or we're cleaning your oven for free with cleaning the oven for free with an 8-hour clean is perfect because it doesn't really take you much more time. But it's something that everybody hates doing, right? So if it's a self-cleaning oven, you ask them to turn on the self-cleaner the night before. And when you get there, you're just touching it up. If it's an oven that isn't self-cleaning, you need to preheat the oven to 200 degrees. And then you turn it off and you wait for the element to cool. And then you spray it. You leave it for 2 hours, you come back and you clean it. It's really simple. So I like oven cleaning or free fridge cleaning or something like that. It doesn't take up a lot of time, but it's something that nobody wants to do. But make it for like a significant amount, like 8 hours, and you're going to clean it within those 8 hours, right? Something like that. Another great idea for a workshop is some promos, promo creation. See what happens? It's because I took my time off. My brain is like, oh yeah, let's make a workshop. Oh yeah, let's make a workshop. We're gonna have a lot of workshops coming up in the next couple. So Nina has got us in touch with a Google Ads specialist who is going to come on our Wednesday night spotlight and teach us about Google Ads. So I'm not sure if she's booked them already for this Wednesday or if it will be next Wednesday, but I'll let you guys know. And of course, it will be recorded and it will be uploaded to the new portal, which makes me want to remind you that we have a new portal and you'll all be invited. So the old portal that you've been looking at the workshops from is now being moved to the new portal. I am wanting to update some of the workshops. Some workshops are already updated and some are still old. I'm just working on updating them as we go. In the new portal is where all of the coaching calls will be uploaded. Then all of the workshops will be uploaded and you'll be able to access anything that you need there if you're not able to make it live, right? So expect invitations to the new portal coming out today and tomorrow. I have been working on that. Nina is going to let me know. We'll invite you all for the Wednesday night spotlight Google Ads, and we'll make sure that you get the recording. So if you're interested in Google Ads, and I think that's all the announcements for this week so far. But be watching because the team is really getting on their stuff now, and there's so much new information coming, new workshops, and it's exciting. I'm just so excited that everybody's getting their act together on my team, right? We're expanding and growing, and it's very exciting. So, is there anything else that I can help anybody with today? If not, I will say goodbye and hi, Jamie. Saw him for 1 second. There he is. Hi, Jamie. How are you doing? Oh, I was asking you to unmute and I muted you.
Okay. Can you hear me?
Yep. Did you move?
No, this is this is a background.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
It looks like the real deal.
How y'all doing? What's up?
We're doing great. How are you doing?
I'm good. I'm good.
What are your celebrations?
We did somebody this week. Well, when was that? Yeah, Thursday. I got a call for it seems like Thursday is the day. Last week I got a call on Thursday, but yeah, we got a call for eight Airbnb units. It's actually a friend of mine. I haven't heard from in about maybe 4 months, and she just called me with an opportunity. So I guess like over the next month or so, I think they were renting these places out long term, and now they're going to convert them, to I think it's not short term, but it's mid-term Airbnb.
Mm-hmm.
So if I'm not mistaken, uh, the least amount of stay is 30 days, something like that. So yeah, it's about 8 of them. So yeah, we're gonna take those and add them.
That's really, yeah, that's really nice. So for longer term stays, there's a little bit more cleaning involved. If you want help with figuring out how many hours you should allocate, let me know.
Okay. Yeah.
Or we can talk about it now if you know the size.
They're I believe they're all 2 bedrooms, but I'm not 100% sure on that.
How many
Yeah.
bathrooms? Are they like suites?
These are apartments.
So probably 2 bathrooms. They probably each have their own
Yeah,
bathroom.
yeah. I think it's at least 2-1,
Mhm.
at least a 2-1. Some of them could be a 2-2.
Yeah. Yeah, then I would like my first instinct for a place of that size would be no less than 4 hours. But for a month-long stay, I would probably go for 6.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
5 to 6, depending. Like if you're going to be doing laundry, the thing is that you've got to do every nook and cranny. You've got to pull out the furniture and
Yeah.
and clean behind it, windowsills, all of that has to be done. So,
Yeah.
in a month, you may have to run the self-cleaning oven. So,
Yeah. Absolutely. Yeah, I was thinking about that uh with the longer stay. Yeah. Yep. Other than that though, just tightening things up. Um so I'm gonna probably get a few VAs. I think I'm ready for them now. I had them in the beginning. I had about 2 of them, but they were just cold calling. But you know, yeah, I'm gonna get well at least one for sure. I got somebody looking for them right now, so probably here in the next week or so we should be gearing up to get them acclimated to the system and up and running and giving me some time back. You know,
yeah,
yeah,
sounds good. That sounds really good. I'm happy for you. It's the next step. Yeah, you
yeah,
seem you're a little tired. Are you feeling tired
yeah.
today?
I'm good. I didn't make it to church, so yeah, I slept in today, but no, I'm good. I'm good.
Good. I'm good. I'm glad that you're good.
Yeah,
Yeah, we should have a chat. You've already got somebody working on your VAs, but that's something that's going to be included in our next level program is VAs for all your cold calling and social media stuff and all of that. So might want to talk about that.
yeah, yeah, for sure.
I think
I gotta get I was running around because remember I told you we had that apartment complex, but I spoke to the president. He came in this past week, and so I bid on the pressure washing, and then I realized because I didn't do the walkthrough, I just played off of the property manager's information, and I put in a proposal for the power washing, which was a huge job. So now that has turned into painting, all the walkways, but it's an inside building. So
mhm.
I was thinking it was outside and it was brick. This is what she told me, but she was wrong. And finally I walked through and we realized, rather than hand washing these hallways because they're deep and long, like it's a lot of square footage. So
Yeah.
I called in my painters. I got 2 of them. I had to let one of them go. He was like my maintenance slash painter, and he did a lot of great work for me. But the working hours, wasn't um, working for him. But I had 2 friends that they paint and do drywall, and so I called them in and we're gonna put that proposal together. So it's like a lot of different jobs with this particular apartment complex. But so he's been in and out of town. So this week he should come in town and we should finally get everything finalized as to what do you actually want me to bid on, or provide a quote for, and what parts of it, because we were doing some negotiating concerning the reoccurring services for the leasing office and the gym. He wasn't really particularly elated about my rates. So I tried to do some readjusting for him. So hopefully we get all that situated this week and know for sure, what it's going to be. So, but yeah, I'm rambling, but
You got a lot on your mind. You got a lot going on.
yeah, I need
Yeah.
to,
You
yeah,
need a break. When are you and your sons going on your trip?
the 19th.
Of October.
Yeah.
Awesome. That's awesome. I'm excited for you.
Thanks.
It's good. You need a break. I can see it. You've been busting
Yeah.
you've been busting your butt for 6 months, and it's paying off, but yeah, you need a little time for you now.
Yes, ma'am.
Good thing that you're getting on that VA then. Your instincts are right on.
Yeah. It's time. The sooner the better, Yeah.
Who are you
I
who
mean,
are you using to find your VAs?
so it's funny because when I first started the cleaning company, I because I believe in cold calling. And I went and got I don't know how I ran into this lady, but somehow I was in one of the groups, Facebook groups for VAs and cold callers, just looking around, and she reached out to me, and she happened to be, someone who she basically did like freelance work as far as freelance agent, if that makes any sense. She pretty much freelanced it, but she went out and found me a few cold callers, and we worked it out to where she was managing for me. And so yeah, we just kept in touch after I shut it down. I wasn't ready for it. I didn't have the revenue. And so yeah, we kept in touch, but that's what she does. So I've always been trying to find a way to implement her, you know what I mean? Because we work together well, and pay wise, she was always it was always negotiable. So yeah.
I'm on the hunt to try and find Carol bilingual virtual assistant, English and French.
hmm hmm
Do you think that your lady might know someone?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. We could find her one for sure. A VA or a cold caller.
Carol, talking about you.
Sorry, guys. I'm hearing you, but I'm a little distracted.
Are you?
Bit of activity going on. Somebody's leaving for church, so
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'd like to have not just for cold calling, I'd like for cold calling. I'd like for follow-ups to my high level, whomever have responded, to set appointments for me as well, because I need to visit, and you know, for my recruiting of workers as well.
Mm-hmm.
And then maybe some admin stuff like uploading receipts and so on and so forth.
Okay. How many hours a week? And do you mind letting me know what the budget is?
Ooh, I don't. I'm just. I have seen 200. There's about $200 per week. So that's about what? Probably 2 days per week to start.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
I
Yeah.
haven't really thought of how we would work it yet, because I would not want one. I have to set a schedule for myself to figure out when I'm going to make all these calls. And then let's say, for example, the person makes the appointment for Monday. On Monday, I'm available Tuesday. So I have to set aside some schedule to do the visits and all of that. I haven't fixed my schedule for that just yet. But
Okay.
I need to speak with the person anyway, just to ensure. And I'm thinking because they're bilingual, they're gonna ask for more money than if they were just a person who speaks one language. Usually, especially if they're in another province outside of Quebec. If they're outside of Quebec,
Yes.
that's certainly going to be the case. If they're in Quebec, it's a given that they need to be able to speak more two languages. So they probably won't care for they won't increase the price. But if they're outside, then yeah.
Okay. Okay. Yeah.
Have you looked for a virtual assistant in Quebec?
Pardon?
Like, have you looked in Quebec for a virtual assistant?
I have, but not diligently. That's the word.
Yeah.
Not diligently.
Yeah, well,
I haven't
because
had the
their
time, to be
rates
honest.
will be higher.
I just
Yeah.
went with
A whole lot.
whatever comes up at me in terms of social media and so on, but I haven't searched diligently at all. And by the way, you're in the US. I have a cousin who she's good at administrative whatever, and I was talking with her yesterday, and she's currently job hunting, and I did suggest to her becoming a VA, because it's ideal for her to work from home. She's in New York, Brooklyn, I think. She moved recently, so I'm not sure where she is now. But
And
she
yeah.
her criteria was
Yeah.
it would be good if she could find someone who would be willing to have her use their equipment, so their phone, their computer, and not having to engage her. So I said, either that or you invest in one of each, and then you can talk with whomever you invest in one and see how you guys can figure it out. But it was just a short, quick conversation we had, and but she's really good. She has her master's in business administration, I think. And she's been doing this for a long, doing admin stuff for a long time. So she's ready. She's been going through a rough time, and now she's ready to go back on the job market. So she just adopted some kids and all of that. So she's ready.
Send me her information.
Okay.
If you don't mind. Yes,
Okay.
send me her information, because I'll tell you about it, Carrie, but I don't know. This is I don't want to tell
with
you.
her and see how it goes. I'm not saying you have to tell her, just if you're
When are you coming? When are you coming to a one-on-one, Jamie? I haven't seen you forever.
Yeah. I need to. I thought I did it, but I didn't.
Maybe you did.
Yeah, we need to talk for real, because yeah, I need.
There's lots going on.
Yeah, it's a lot going
Yeah.
on.
You know what I always say, if you're too busy to meet with me, then you should be meeting with me.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah, because that's when
yeah, let me
things
look
get
at that.
overlooked.
Yeah. Yeah,
I'll have
Carol.
okay.
Yeah, just I'll check into that and then but send me her information. Um and you say this is your cousin?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. But go ahead, Carrie. I'm sorry. I'm done.
Oh no, 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 I was just this is good. I have nothing
Yeah, it's
more.
funny.
If nobody I'm
Yeah,
like, there's nothing.
yeah, the whole VA thing is yeah, it's well, I'll just talk to you one on one about it.
Okay. Yeah, I wanna talk to you too. So yeah, if you don't see something on the calendar that works for you, then just
Yeah.
message and we'll squeeze you in.
Okay.
I'll tell Nina to follow up with you if we don't hear from you in 24 hours.
No, I'm about to set it. Yeah, I'm about to set it right now. Yeah.
Oh, good. Okay. All right, everybody. If there's nothing more, I'm going to let you go so I can get ready for my exciting meeting with Veronica and her two daughters. And I'm seeing Donna later this afternoon and somebody else in between. So really nice to see you all today. And if you haven't seen me in a while, make sure that you book your appointment with me. Otherwise, I'll see you very, very soon. Thanks for being here today.
Bye,
Harry,
everybody.
if
Have
you
a
can have,
good week.
Yes, Tiffany.
no, I just wanted to find out if, maybe I can try to book a call to see about, getting in with you as well. I know so many, so many people in here on this call that they have that level of membership with you, and I know I'm probably at the low bottom tier. So, if I could try to see how I can get back on with you, that'll be
For sure.
definitely appreciate it because I need all the help I
Yeah.
can get. And I actually
Awesome.
just eliminated all these other groups I've been in, and you're probably the only one that I'm still in doing
Yeah.
weekly calls with.
Yeah. So you're ready to focus on the next level. I understand.
Yes.
Yeah, for sure. I'll send you a message and we can book a call.
Okay, great. Thank you
Sounds
so
great.
much, Meredith. Enjoy
You're
your
welcome.
weekend, everyone.
Bye, everyone. See you guys later. Thanks for being here.